Good morning, Miss Gloria.
Good morning.
Morning. I'm just trying to get myself adjusted here to where you can see. Let's see. I know that light is sucky this morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you. I've been missing your face.
I know it seemed like every time you had a class, I had somewhere to go or something to
I
do.
understand that. I do. I do. Let's see if I can get this better. I think it'll
And
help.
the Tuesday mornings is not good for me at all because that's my Bible study.
When is it?
Tuesday morning
Tuesday morning?
at 10. Tuesday
Uh,
morning, 10.
looks like my canvas has got a place on it there. We got a big old screen here. um, I did this on as you can see, on a piece of paper. Now I'm trying to transfer it over to a big old 14 by 11.
Oh,
Uh, but I mean, no problem. I think if you don't mind, I'm gonna raise up see if I can raise this up just a little bit. I think it'll help. I hope it will. There, then gotta readjust it. Um, I had tried to do this earlier. It looked okay. So I probably should have just left it alone. You know how you are. You have to. uh, so hopefully you'll be able to see everything. I know it seems crooked. Don't like it. Okay. I'm just gonna leave it. There we go. So it's always good seeing you. Make sure I got this recording, and I do. And Miriam, I thought was supposed to be here. Carolyn, I know she said she has an event that she had to go to or something. And
yeah.
so she definitely wanted the replay.
Uh-huh.
So, but we'll just get started. Man, does that seem loud? Does it seem really loud to you?
No.
Okay, okay. Okay, so again, now I did these in purple and yellow, and you can do your flowers in any color you wanted. But I've really thought of wisteria and stuff in Tuscany, or in Italy. It's really beautiful purple flowers and stuff. So that's why I done that way. And of course, we will need a piece of chalk. And I bought those chalk pens, and I'm not really crazy about them, but I'll just use my regular chalk. Okay, so I sort of put the door like right in the middle. And, sometimes I don't like to do that. I sort of like to put it off to the side. But I think the way that I actually painted it makes it look sort of offset, which I sort of liked because I made these, if you notice, these bricks on this
Right.
side are smaller than these right here. So it makes it sort of look like it's sitting at, plus the path that I done makes it look like it's at an angle. And that's what I liked. So any hootie. So I got chalk and I just sort of drew this out. I'm gonna go ahead and put my door in. I need me I'll have to get me a paper towel and dampen it just a little bit because I know I usually mess this up before I would get it good. So so I'm gonna go probably maybe a third up, or yeah, a third up the canvas, and I'm gonna just start putting the door in. And I don't do straight. So I'll do that. And then of course I just went straight across with this. But when I painted it, I sort of did like this will be our little path here. Again, that's very light. And then um, I did another. Like that. And I didn't necessarily like the way I done this. I think if I had added at an angle, that this could have been, like when you come up here, this could have actually been like wider through here, just because you're looking at it on more on this side than you are this one. And I think the perspective would have been better. So I think I'm going to just draw one more little line through here and just make it wider through here than I am right here. Again, that sort of gives it that angled look. Okay.
Okay.
And then these right here, I did not, the flower pots and stuff, I didn't even put in until after I painted the wall and stuff. So, and they're simple. I mean, that was very simple to do. And I'll show you how to do that. And again, whatever color you want your wall, I just mixed it up because it had black in there. I liked it. So I just did like a real, a light brown. Okay, my dog is going to try to talk to me. We're here by ourselves. He's like, oh, mommy, you're talking. Yay.
Oh.
My boys went on another fishing trip this morning. So,
Oh.
yeah, so they left. They didn't leave that long ago. I kept sort of trying to shoo them out and say, if you're going, go on. You need to go on, please. Well, goodness, what did I do with my pen? My brown. I don't see it. But I've used like it's called a coffee latte or any tan. If you don't have a tan, we can mix up a light brown, very light brown. And that's what I have right here. And so that's what I've done the wall with, and that's where I've really started. Was just like getting my wall and stuff in. And then I went ahead and put um, the stones in. And so I just went over and I did some light tan. I do have some white in that as well. And if you have a pink, I used a pink. If you don't have a pink, we can mix you up a little tiny bit of red and a lot more white. And or you could do, I mean, I've seen this in like a greenish color, to make it look like it was sort of like a old wall, like a moss wall. And we could actually do this in a sponge or with a brush. I I did it with a brush because I wanted those marks in there. And so
Okay.
I'm just going to wet my brush really quick. Can you see me okay?
Yes.
Okay. Let me see if I can straighten you back up again here. So I'm just going to start with just my brown and my white. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and put some pink in here. And the blue I mixed up. I just had a blue and I just mixed a white with that. Um, I don't think I used a teal, but you can use a teal if I might have a little bit of teal. Um, I guess I need to take better notes. This was leftover paint from my hydrangea, so I know it was regular blue, but I think I might have added a little bit of teal right there in the door. So anyway, I'm just going to mix up this. You know how I'd sort of double load, and I'm not even necessarily doing that. I just want to make sure that I get some of that white on that brush as well to where it's not dark brown. And I'm just going to start. What I done is, okay, I hope you see me. What I done is I just sort of overlapped. And that black in there, I sort of liked. So, because it makes it look old. And of course, I don't do straight lines. I guess I need to quit confessing that over myself and say, oh yeah, I'm just an excellent line drawer. Let's see. So if we have to, we'll just fill it in first. That might be easier. Just go ahead and fill it in. And if you leave like little marks in there with the black, that would be good because it just gives it that old, that old feel. Right over here at the top. And I mean, we could actually go right over. I'll probably go right over this too. But I just don't want to cover up my chalk. I want to make for sure that I'm getting too much white here. So I'm just going to fill this in. And again, if it's different colors of brown and white, that's good too, just because it gives it that, you know, bricks are different colors or blocks are different colors. And so I'm just going to go around that first. I guess I probably could have done that and then the chalk, but I wanted to make for sure I had that pretty well marked out where I wanted it. I'm just going picking up brown and white, and I'm not really like trying to do two colors, but my edge is picking up that white, the edge of my brush, and that's okay because I'll go back over this a little bit. I'm just trying to fill it in to get like I'm gonna go straight down here to mark that off. So I'm actually leaving those marks in there on purpose just because I want it to look like stones, they're not even at all. Now, like I said, this wasn't a planned thing. So I just did this with extra paint, and I had some black. Um, and I did every color just about I put up here when I went to do here. I just mixed it all, like everything I had, and sort of made the reflection of everything. But I started out and made like sort of a grayish color. I don't know if you can see that very clear, but I sort of made like a grayish color and then just come down. But I think we'll just do this wall and the door first. That's what I did here before I ever even come down to my pad or my lane or whatever that would be. Let's see. Make sure I get this. Now, even though I have that right there, now I'm going to just go right here. I probably do this more like right here, I might do this more. I'm going to go ahead and mark this out. Probably more in a white right this second. Just so I could get and I've got just my 3/4 flat brush. If you've got a smaller one, you just have to. And I know it sort of looked, I mean, every picture I seen, the it always looked rustic. It never looked like everything was perfectly straight, because they were stones and everything else. They just put them in there. Okay, I'm gonna do that much of that. And then now I am going to go ahead and I'm gonna pick me up some of the paint, some pink, but I'm mixing that in with that brown and that white. And it's sort of I mean, it's still got a lot of pink in there. But now on the top here, I'm just going to start. I actually just come and sort of segmented some of that.
Okay.
And then when I got down here, I would go. It's hard to see because I think I went back over it and you can't really see a whole lot of what I've done there. But I just, again, I'm not making it perfect at all. As you can tell. Again, most of this will be covered up. And what I've done is I'm just sort of putting makes it look like little stones or something in there. I hate that because sometimes it looks like it's. Yeah, not perfect at all. Some of them are longer. I'm just doing them longer. Like I said, most of this is going to be covered up. And I went back over it several times to get the color that I really wanted. So have you had a good spring so far?
Yeah, so far so good.
Yes.
No complaints. How about you?
Pretty good. It's been beautiful here for the most part. I'm telling you, it's been, um, I mean, my flowers have just exploded this year. And I've just, my banana trees are coming back up. So I was so excited to see those again because I wasn't for sure whether, they would.
Mhm.
And
We had one, it came back one year and then it didn't come back anymore, so.
mm, now on this right here, I'm gonna go ahead and I started up at the top because I just wanted them to. I'm starting right here, sort of like in the archway here, and I just went, and I'm not making that smooth. I mean, or even. I don't care, and then I just come straight down with them. And I did try to sort of, whatever I did on this side here, I did try to make it at least a block there. Right there's one. So, and in between that, after I get the black in here, I put black and stuff in there. But see, this is really light compared to what I did here, and I don't necessarily like that. Um, so I might just go and pick up more brown. And I'm not going to do every block like that, but I'm just going to go over it with a really light touch and just sort of skiing over that. Just I need to get rid of that white, I think. Like I said, most of this is going to be covered up. I don't like all that white. I need to get rid of my white. Yeah, well, I'm going to clean my brush. And you see what I'm doing here? Like especially over after I got the block done, pretty much where I want it. Now what I'm doing is I'm going back and I'm going to get just a light brown. I don't have any other color. I'm not using any other color. And I'm just going to I'm just barely touching that. And I'm going right across it. That had a lot of white there. And so it's like And that's all I'm doing. I'm just barely touching some brown, or like the canvas. I'm just barely touching the canvas. And I, I, I'm not putting a whole lot of brown in that. I'm just picking up a little bit on the edges and going across. And it sort of just blends that. Now that one there didn't look like I had much pink in that or at all. So look at that one. It's like I tell poor Carolyn, I said, you know, you can never do two paintings exactly alike. You just don't. You don't put the same pressure on there. You don't do, you know, you don't mix your colors up exactly the same. But what I done after I actually done all this, when I had my, when I actually mixed up my gray, I went through here and sort of highlighted areas, especially through here. Um, I did gray. Now I might make those just a little bit bigger. Let me see if I can make them a little bit fatter, especially up here. Right here in the corner. I just want them a little bit fatter. And you do that by just pressure on that brush. Don't want that. These has got a good, pretty good gap in them. That's good. Like right here, I just wanted these right here on the corners to have a bigger gap. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead. Now, if I'm way ahead of you, holler at me, Miss Gloria.
Don't worry. I'm definitely gonna have to go to the replay to finish it up, but just keep going.
Okay, I just don't want to get so far ahead of you that. So I just put me out some black paint, and I put my, I wish I hadn't have done that, but I put my paintbrush, I just washed my paintbrush. I sort of like that, when I done this, I believe I had some of the, um, actually, before I do that, before I do all this, I'm gonna go ahead and do my, I'm gonna get some more white. I'm gonna go ahead and do my door. That way, when I go to do my black and my gray, I've already got the door done to where I can just outline it and stuff in the same color. So I got white and I got blue. It's just now this is it don't really say, it's just a blue. I don't see a color blue. It don't say like royal. I think it's more of a royal blue, but it don't have to be. Whatever color. Again, you can do your door in green. You can do it any color you want to. I've seen them in bright reds. I've seen them in just about every color. Okay, get out of there, you. Now this, of course, because it's a bigger canvas, may have just a little bit more. I mean, you can see more, maybe more detail in it just because it's bigger, but okay. So when I did this blue, I just did white and blue, and I need a new, clean that again because I just got black. I'm gonna go on a clean plate so that I don't pick up any of that brown and stuff to begin with. I'm just gonna scoop that up. I'm gonna mix it. Okay. And so I'm going to go right here and I'm just going to start and just go the contour of that door. And that blue is pretty dark. I think that's why I did put a little bit of teal in there because I wanted the highlight to be really, really bright. And this is where we can come to here and try to straighten this out a little bit. Like I said, I'm not, when it comes to straight lines, and I'm not good at that. So this arch needs to be a little bit bigger on this side. Right here. Okay, then I'm just gonna fill that in. Yeah, I actually like some of that black in there too, because it makes it look like it's like an old wood grain or something. That's why, I mean, I've done this before, similar to this before on just a white canvas, and you can choose, but I would always put the lines in there anyway. So I thought, well, this is crazy. I'll just do it with the black to begin with.
And left paint.
Okay. And now I did do, like I said, I did do a lot of white through here because I want that highlight. I would just come back over here with some white and try to angle that the best I can with the. Sometimes it might be better too, just to let that dry just a little bit. But of course, we do wet on wet all the time. I might just, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna wipe that blue out of there, and then I'm gonna pick up some more white. I still will have blue in there, but it won't be, look what color it'll be. It'll be real light blue now. And I'm gonna go right over here, and I'm gonna go right back over top of that. Like I said, I went over here, I know a couple of times just to make sure I got that blue in there the way that I wanted it. And I'm pretty sure I did use teal. So I'm gonna put me just a drop out there. If you do not have like a teal would be like a blue and a green and a white, more white. And you would just mix your, I mean, if you want teal, you don't even have to have it, but to me, it really pops that. It made it light, made it really light there. Let's see. And I mixed it with that white. I think also it sort of gives it that old look to, like when I do fencing, a lot of times to make it look weathered, I'll do like a gray and a green, and it'll make it look like it's really weathered. And a lot of times, like when you do blocks and stuff, um, if you want it to look like an old building, I could have done that here and just done the green. I sort of lit this up just because I wanted the brown and stuff to go with all the flowers. And so I might let that dry just for a little bit, and then I'll go back over that once it dries a little bit, and that way I can get another layer of the white in there. Now, I keep cleaning that brush. I wish to God I'd quit that because I wanted to use all those colors down here. I don't. I just keep forgetting to do what I need to do. I think what I'm going to do now, though, is I'm going to go ahead and I'm gonna take my I just sort of mixed up a gray. More black than white.
Christine,
Yes.
I'm gonna have to go to the door. Somebody at my door.
Oh, okay. You want me to just hold? I could just put this on pause, I think.
Okay, since it's only us.
Let me see if I can pause it and then I'll just pick it back up.
Okay.
Okay, let me see if I
Or if you want to keep going, I'll just, finish up from the replay. I'll do like my flowers and stuff when I come back.
yay. If
Yeah.
not, it'll be a two-part series. Hopefully. Okay, so what I did while you were gone, look what I done. I just went to the side and just made for sure I put something on the side there.
Okay.
Okay, so I was mixing up my brown or my black and my white to make like a darker gray. And right around, remember I said I made it needs to be wider here up here than what it was on the other side. So I'm just going to keep, again, that's my flat. I've got that sharp chisel edge on there in order to get that mark. Okay. And then I'm going to come straight down. I actually probably would have been better to do a smaller brush. I need just a little bit darker black. Of course, Chris. Told you I can't do straight lines. It just wanted to go all haywire right here. And if I go out of this right here, it's fine because I'm going to cover all this up. Okay. So, and then I'm going to just go right over here. Now, right here, like I said, I made this quite fat,
Mhm.
but I'm going to make it a little bit skinnier on this side.
Okay.
And it'll give you more of that angle. Well, watch me, I keep getting fatter and fatter as I go down. Now, we may not get that skinny line. That's what the deal was. My brush was full and it wasn't giving me that straight line. So yeah, I ended up fat still. So I'm gonna even it out some now. And of course I do right in here. I got that sharp chisel edge right in here. I definitely want it to be as straight as possible. Like I said, sometimes you could use a ruler, you could do whatever you need to do to get those straight lines. But I also know that, I mean, I've seen a lot of just architecture back then that just wasn't like, perfectly straight. And it gave it that a world look, that trying to do this a little bit too. There, that's all I'm gonna do to that. And then right here. Now, since I've got this gray in my brush, I just went through here and like, this is a lot fatter, so I might have to put a little bit more, probably just pressure. I'm just gonna go right in between those blocks. And I'm just gonna do a line. I'm not worried about trying to fill all that in. And of course, right here, it's supposed to be smaller, and it's not. That was my mistake. And I think I went over, I also went right around the edge of this. Again, that sharp chisel edge, you have to have that in order to. There we go. And I'm gonna let that dry just a little bit. When I do, I may come back over that again, this one more time, all of this with another, like a light layer of brown or even some pink, just to give it that layered look. Because on this one, even though I put those blocks in there, you can see it almost looks like a weathered wood or something. And I sort of like that look, so I might go back over there if I have time. If I don't, I'll just leave it. And again, it looks, I wish I would quit cleaning that brush. I needed to come right down here with that color and quit wasting paint. So basically, I'm going to go down here with that. I've got that gray mix. I'm going to put a lot more white in this time. And I'm going to start over here. And I'm not going to do this perfectly. I'm just going to start putting. Now this right here, I did do a darker. But this right here, because it had so much reflection, I didn't do that very light, very dark at all. I left it sort of light, and I'm just going to start sort of pathing it in there, and I'll do. But this right here, I did do a darker gray. I just slung that paint on that. I'm just going to cover all this up right here. And you could just sort of go over this like real light and sort of blend it in together then.
And that's just the black and white.
Yeah, I just got like I'm just mixing like a lighter gray and a darker gray. I just wanted to make it lighter or darker on this side. And I'm going to put some highlights and everything of all of the colors that we put all in here. That's all of these colors through here. But right here, there was just sort of like I did like especially a path and stuff right where the door was. And I even put some greens and blues and stuff over here. So, I just wanted to get that first layer in there, and then okay. And I see that I see that I slung some white over here. Let's just say that I should have just took a paper towel, wiped it off and not tried to correct it. Which my pot is going to go right there pretty much, so it'll be fine. Yeah, there. Pick up a little bit more black. Doot, doot, doot. Okay. Right underneath this door, I did have like almost looks like I could have actually done that just a little bit wider and made it look like a step before you get to the door. But I think if you put it up just a little high, that's what it's going to look like anyway. So, okay. And then with that sharp chisel edge, I did come through here. And again, I sort of just made lines. Also, too, since I got that, excuse me, give me a drink of water. Excuse me. Um, since I've got that real light gray in here, I'm going to go through and because I don't like really how dark this turned out to be, and I'd like to have it a little bit lighter. And I think I'm going to go right over top of that and make that lighter. So you can actually do that to begin with. But just know that if you don't want it darker, then you could just go ahead and mix a brighter gray to begin with. I just don't like how dark that turned out. Also, too, since and I'm gonna pick up a little bit more, 'cause I'm gonna pick up a little bit more white to make it like a real light gray. And right through here, I actually, and it was a light touch. I just barely went across there. And in between, I just barely segmented those blocks to make it look like it could be. Again, most of this is going to be covered up, so you're not going to have to. I'm not worried about perfection here. I'm just trying to make it look like it's old blocks. And like I said, that's a very, very light gray I mixed up for that. Oops. Then I'm getting all crooked. Very light touch. I don't even know what I've done there. It looks sort of weird. I got definitely off kilter there somewhere. Like I said, don't. Okay. And so I might go right around here one more time. Just with that light gray, so where it's not so black. That takes that sharp chisel edge to do that. Again, all of this is going to be, the biggest part of it's going to be covered up. So, okay, so, and I'm gonna, while I've got that lighter gray in here, I'm gonna just go right back over here. And even right here in the front, I actually had it quite bright. Okay, I'm gonna clean that really good, and I'm gonna do my door one more time in a lighter color, just a more highlight. Get me some white over here. Come back over here to this blue. Mix me up some more white. I think I'm just going to add teal to that this time. And right through here, and I'm sort of leaving those, I'm going to leave those brush strokes in there. Again, to make it sort of look like it's weathered wood. I don't want it so smooth that it doesn't look like it's got texture. And what I've done is that gray that I mixed up over here, I'm just going to pick me up some on that same brush that I had the blue and stuff with. And then I'm just going to put me some lines through here. And just sort of randomly touch. Doesn't have to be like make it look like wood necessarily. I just want it to look old. And I may even like give it a brush every once in a while. Again, just to make it look older. And I like that. The darker blue right here on the edges of that. So let me see if I can get just a little bit more. Don't want it so gray. I am cleaning my brush to get that gray out of it this time so that I can pick up that, just a little bit of that darker blue right around here, right around where actually right where the door starts on each side. And around the top. Get rid of that line. Get that straight. Okay. And I want that really bright right through here. I might just have to go with some white, and then I just want that very, very white right there with that. Are you talking to me?
That's my son.
Oh. Okay. Now, in that, I don't know if you can see this or not, but like I said, I use a little bit of every color, and I actually had like a little bit of pink, not that dark pink. Let's see, I'll mix that back up with that. But I just actually put some of the pink in there and some of that brown, and I just had every color just about in there in that door. Again, I just wanted that, like that reflection definitely to be in there. Now with this brush, with this same brush. I'm going to come right down here. That's got pink and blue and teal. It's got every color in there. White. And I'm going to come right through here. Not nearly that blue. More of a grayish. Right through here. I'm going to just fill that in. I pay attention to the time. Oh, good. We got an hour. We're doing pretty good. We'll be able to get the rest of that stuff done. Okay, and the rest of it again. Now I don't want that to be so like sharp that you can just see it, you know, somewhere. I want it to sort of come in together there. All I'm doing is just a light touch through here to try to get that. And even sometimes you can just exit, like sort of do X's, and it'll bring that together better. Now with this, again, I picked up a lot of lighter color. I got, like I mixed up white and pink and right here because we're going to have all of the reflection really of the wall. And if you notice, I actually did the same thing right here on the wall. I just took that light, it's a real light touch, and I just sort of tied in all of these colors together. I just went right over top of some of that and make it look like it's a light touch, so you're not doing like and I mean, just a light touch again. Same way here. I just went through there. But you'll have different colors. Watch me, I just messed that black up. Too much blue. Come down here and get rid of all this that I just picked up. Too much brown in there. Real good. So this is sort of a just a collage of all these different colors that we use, and I used it on everything. I just, like I said, I didn't plan anything, but I thought I just got all these colors and I'm going to use them because it's always been a dream of mine to go to Italy. But every time I've ever seen, pictures and stuff, it was like the colors are just magnificent. They're all into color. So I thought, okay, I'm going to just go for it. But if you notice Mediterranean countries and They are. They love color, and it's like their flowers and stuff are just beautiful. I think I'm gonna, while I've got that on my brush, I'm just gonna go on down through here, and I'm gonna do the sides of that. And again, if it looks rustic, that's good. I like it. Okay. So I actually made that door quite large, but we could still get a lot of these flowers in here. So now you can do this with a scruffy or with I actually did most of these with a flat brush. I didn't even use a scruffy. I might have in this one right here, but I just used a flat brush, and I would just like come through here because I made my let me get me some green. Get me out some green really quick. I've been trying to do just paint as I need them, because I'm telling you, it's like I don't know whether it's the humidity in my house or something. They just really dry uh, very quickly, you know. Oh my gosh, I realize what I'm doing. You realize what I'm doing, Miss Gloria? I still got us on speaker. Or if I'd done this, you could see everything that I've done. So, okay, so I learned, dadgummit. Let me see. I don't know. I'm trying to straighten it out. It needs to be full screen too. Okay, there we go. Good gracious. Get rid of that. Okay. So Lord, I got that crooked as a dog's, as my dad used to say, I got that crooked as a dog's leg. Again, we're from Kentucky. I'm gonna just try to straighten that up best I can, right? Right. Kept trying to straighten my canvas up, but I realized it wasn't my canvas, it's my painting. Let's do it that way. Okay, now, so basically I come through here and I need some yellow as well. And I need purple. Woohoo, I got a lot of purple in there. I did. Let me make sure this is dry right here. Did yellow. And I actually had, I have two different colors of purple, but I'll just use the white and the darker purple to get this right here done. I actually think I did do a darker purple, and then I did a lighter purple over top of it. You could actually mix that, or just use a white. You could just pick up white every once in a while. And I do know that I used that, whatever lighter purple I put it right through here, all the way across here. So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up green. Again, you got, if whatever's easier for you. Now, I'm used to my big fat brush here, but if that smaller brush, a smaller flat is easier for you guys, then, that's what you can use. But I'm just going to come right up here at the top, And you guys have all done this before, you know that just, I've got that sharp chisel edge, and I'm just gonna start laying in some vines. And just randomly lay in vines. And I want some of them, of course, to come over this right here. I'm just going to lay in a bunch. And I like to bring it down some. You can have little shoots off of the ones that you do here. I really had that, I might have actually used some of that teal in there too to get that good and bright through there where you can see it. Some of it I'm getting quite a bit of paint on that so that it'll just show up a little bit greener. Yeah, and most of this is all going to be covered up, so, but right here, we definitely want some. Putting it right over that archway. And pretty much through here, I just filled all of this up. Again, I'm just randomly putting this in there. And I'm going to leave room, make sure I leave my room for my big old urn over here with the. Now, what I've done from here is that I actually I got that paint in there. And then I sort of just went through some of this. And what I'm doing, I hope you can see, let me see. I've got that brush, that flat brush, and I've got it loaded with paint. And so what I'm doing is I'm just sort of touching the edge of that brush. And I sort of went down some of these vines like this, just to make them, especially right here at the top. I wanted it to make it look like it was really, really thick. And I'm just sort of patting those right down where I did those vines. And I want some of them left. And it makes it look like there's leaves on them. Okay. I'm just going back, picking up paint. And this is where it actually looked like it was really, really dark through here. And right at the very tip of that, if you can get that right in the tip and just sort of go back and forth with that on any of those vines, it just looks like there's leaves on it. Of course, I'm not doing all of them. I'm just doing so many. So we'll go back right over here. We'll balance it out. I wanted a little bit more, I think. Maybe even over the doorpost right there. Okay. And I'm going to get rid of that green off of here. So I'm cleaning my brush. Now, what I done is I definitely need that to dry just a little bit. So what I'm gonna do in the meantime is I'm gonna come over here and go ahead and place my vases, and maybe I want to make for sure I got my. I'm gonna pick up some of that lighter purple that I got, and some more of that it's almost like a a lighter purple, and some of that pink still. And I still want to put some of that lighter color. I'm gonna pick up a little bit of white. I'm gonna pick up some of that lighter color, and right in here, I still want that pretty white. And I've got that, I'm turning my brush, turning my brush to the side, and I'm just sort of, you can hear I'm sort of scraping it through there. Now, I'm gonna pick up a darker gray again. And then right here where I just did that, I'm gonna go right back over top of that. And I'm gonna make sure that I got this darker gray through here. Almost looks so black, I don't know. And I actually had that to come over on each side right here to make it look like it was shadow for these vases. So just a little bit of the gray through here. A bunch of blue just did. You see that I just did? Let me see. Pick up more purple. I'm gonna clean that again. Get that black out there. But I'm gonna pick up just a little bit of white and some more of that light purple. Right to here. I'm gonna go right back over top of this right here, because I just want that. I want this right here on this side to be bright, bright, and this in shadow. Okay. So while I've got this loaded, get rid of this. Like, try to get rid of some of that blue. I don't like that too much. I'm gonna clean this again. Now, I done 2 vases right here, 2 urns, and then I did a big tall one right here. I'm gonna just touch this real quick and see if it's, because I loaded this in there pretty deep, like pretty thick. I was just giving that time to dry just a little bit. So I thought I'd go ahead and work on the background here. Okay, so on this side, I did an urn. I did it in blue. I used the same color really as I did, just a little darker than I did the door. So you just mix you up a blue you like. It don't have to be darker necessarily, but and I went probably about a fourth of the door size, and you can see down below, like probably right here. And all I did is I just come and sort of sliced that out. And I took it completely off the canvas so you don't even see it. And then I filled it in. Because I got all that in there, it's going to take quite a bit. Can you see? Make sure you can see. I'm not necessarily worried about the top of it because we're going to put the flowers in there and it's going to be all. Pick up some more of that blue. And look what I done. I took some of that white, and I actually think I just used this light purple. And so I just went over here and I just touched it. And I sort of did it at an angle to make it look like, just give it that texture, making it look like it was brown. But it has just a little tiny bit of highlight on it. Okay. Now I'm gonna clean this. Then over here on this side, I just did tan, and I gotta have me some more of that. I did some tan and some of that pink again. I got just a little bit of the tan left, and I just mixed it. It may even get some of that gray in there, but actually, I think I did more of a gray with the little one. And so, because this is just a little bit bigger, I might make them just a little bit larger. But in order to make the urns, all I do is I really just I do a U. It's just easier to do I do like a U shape. And then I go right in front of it, right across. U. I think I'm gonna get that a little bit lighter just because you can't see it. So U. And then go right across it. Again, the top of it's all going to be covered up. I think I actually got some green in that just because I wanted it to sort of look like a little bit of mossy in it. So I'm going to pick up just a little tiny, I mean, it will take just a little bit of green. I got way too much in there. Just a little bit of green through there. Just might even be that teal color I got. So again, it's just to put some highlight in there. Also gives it a little bit of contrast with the door. All the other colors were put in there. See that, just a tiny, tiny little bit of white right there. Again, to highlight just a little bit. Okay, and pick up just the edge of that brown. There. Okay. Now, the big one, I did it basically just a tan and a pink. And I did it quite large. And again, a U. It was just a U. And I sort of went right over top of that, the edge of that one. Okay. Like it was in front of it. Go across. Do pink. Just remember that the tops of those are all going to be covered up. Okay. Then I went right over top of that. Right here, I just took a swath of pink and white. Again, that may need to dry some before you. Just because I want some good highlights on those, because those will be the bright colors. Now, I am not going to necessarily waste this. I've got pink and brown in here. I might just, yeah, I guess I will. I don't want to have to go back over that top of that again a lot. So I'm just going to go ahead and clean my brush again. I'm going to get rid of that so I don't want that brown there. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to come over here. I've got a dark purple. You can see what I'm doing. I'll bring that down here where you can see. And as y'all can see, I'm such a messy painter. I'm a messy painter. I can't help it. I probably could, but it's just like, I just try to get it done. So I'm going to go up here, and the same way that I did this right here with the leaves, I'm doing with this deep purple. And what I like to do is like, I'm going to pick that deep purple up, and I'm really just loading the tips of my brush. I don't have to have a whole lot of it in there. Okay, like that. I don't know if you can see it. And sometimes I'm just going to come over here and I'm going to pick up the lighter purple. Or I might just go ahead and put the lighter purple in there. So basically, I'm just going to start, and I'm just going to tap, like I'm going to take the tip of that, and it's a very light touch. And I'm just sort of angling that as I go down to make sure that I get those edges or those sharp little points like a wisteria.
Okay.
Okay. So it's just like tap, 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 tap. And then I just get lighter and, make it fatter at the top. Like maybe 3, then I come 2, and then down 1. Okay. 3, 2, and then 1. It doesn't have to, and it's not all you're going to, right now, all of that's going to be just sort of, you're going to fill in So it's not gonna be, you're not gonna see a lot of detail. You're just gonna see a lot of purple. And again, I did yellow. If you don't want yellow, you could do pinks. You can do any color you want to accent that. I just thought the yellow really made it pop. And so we're just gonna lay these in here. We definitely want some, that comes way down to where you can see,
Okay.
okay?
Mhm.
You want it hanging off of that. And you don't want it, like I got 4 there. We don't want it just even like that. We just want and then sometimes we don't even want any on the ends. We want to make sure that that greenery is showing. So I might skip that one altogether. Okay, so again, I just put so many of these in there. And I don't like that because it didn't look random. And I want them to look like they got little, like, shoots, out from it. So again, just touch, 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 and then tapping it down. I'm gonna get so many of the dark purple in there, which I really got carried away the day that I done this.
Uh,
I like the purple. To me, it made it pop. So again, I was just creating. I wasn't trying to. I never thought it was going to be a class until I got done. I thought, hey, I bet they'd enjoy doing this. But also, too, you think of this as Christmas. I know you like Christmas. So think of all this. Put holly here,
uh,
here. You could put like a little Christmas tree here
uh,
in your little urns,
yeah.
a wreath on the door.
Hmm.
Figured that would excite you if this didn't.
That is, that's right.
I mean, it could have been totally like a fall scene. It could have been, excuse me, all this could have been oranges and yellows and you could do a fall wreath on the door and put mums in here. Okay. So let me see.
That is.
Okay, so right here, now I did do on this one, I didn't do any greenery. I just come through here and I just tap, 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 tap. I did do greenery here to make it look like it was okay, but I wanted it, and that's all I did was tap, tap. Now you could have actually used um, your scruffy for this one. I might have. I don't remember if I did or not. That's what I said. I wasn't really wasn't thinking I'm going to do a class with it. So I'm like, I'm just gonna sort of bring it down just a little bit more. Now I did put white and I did that lighter purple in there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and pick up that lighter purple. And I just sort of randomly put some of that in there. And I did the same thing up here. I've got some of that. Again, I never unloaded my brush, but I'm just going to do them the same way that I did the regular purples. And I might even actually pick up some. So I said, where did my white go? Like right here, I put some white in here too. I do know that. Yeah,
Okay.
okay. Again, just to make it pop some. And I did it really like really randomly on the ends to make it look like it like that. It was okay. Same way here. Picking me up some white. It's actually supposed to be a lighter purple. And just tapping it in. Doing the same thing with it as I did. With the dark purple. I think that white with the lighter purple just sort of made it look better than just I guess it's a lavender all by itself. It just didn't seem to pop as much. But when I did the white with it,
Really bring it out.
yeah, it brought it a lot brighter. So again, just randomly, because now we're going to go, after we get so many of these in, then we're going to put the yellow in there. All right. Okay. More dark purple, just right in there, just like it was sort of naked. Looks naked. I don't want no naked tree. Okay. I'm gonna clean that. I lost my clock. I have no clue what time it is. It's like it. Okay, it's 11:30. Hey, girl, we're pretty good on time so far. I need to shut up when when I'm on time like that. I need to just shut up before something goes haywire.
When you talk, you just guide me. So
Mhm. Okay, I'm gonna pick up a little bit of white, and right here, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just I'm using the very tips of that brush, and I'm just bringing that around there just a little bit to make it look like there's some highlight. I want that right in here too. And back over here again because it had dried. And also too, while I got that in there, I'm gonna come back up here in this door because I still have not got, I still don't like that the way I've got it. I have to have some more white in. No, it's just, in here. Need some more white. Okay. So, okay, now I'm going to do, I'm gonna just go over here. I've got that white in there, but I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna pick up my yellow. Okay. And I'm gonna go right up here. And I sort of did them almost like a circle to make them almost look like they were roses. Just tap, tap, tap. And I got I'm picking up white with that every once in a while. Too much white. Again, just randomly in there. Now the other ones I filled in so full, and I might still go back and put more in if I don't like it. It looks like it needs more. Again, it's just that tap, tap again, but I'm going around in circles this time instead of going down. Okay.
Mhm.
My little niece seen this. Um, she loves purples and yellows and even purples and oranges together. When she said, "Oh gosh," she said, "I love those purples and yellows." She's the one who keeps commenting on your pictures when she calls you a cool chick and she loves it. She said, "Oh my gosh," she said, "they do so good." She said, "I'm so impressed."
See, she always comment on me.
Yeah, she loves it. She does. Now she likes to paint, but she doesn't necessarily like to do like canvases and stuff, but she likes to do like statues and pots and stuff like that.
Oh,
And that's what she's been working on some projects for her deck and so she's been really excited to get all that done. But she
mm,
likes bold colors now. Like I said, she likes yellows and oranges and purples and
mhm.
bright pinks and okay, so I have got this. I should have actually put my uh I'm gonna if I got enough here. Like I said, if I don't, I'll always just go back and fill in and put some more in. I sort of like that white, those white pops through there. I just may actually just touch it or randomly just with the white, just right at the tip. A little bit of white, especially right around those yellows. I'm gonna get rid of this yellow paint on my, I will pick it back up again, but I should have done my green when I'm gonna get some of my white and my green together here. And right in here, we're going to do we're going to do the same thing we did up here, really. We're just going to bring that greenery down sort of randomly, just straight across, but it's still random. And I like to put some white into that. Maybe too white. Let me see. Okay. And we're going to do the same thing on this side. Just to make it look like there's some green hanging down. Again, real random. I did the same thing over here. And I actually did it You can actually bring it down a lot further than what I did with this. I sort of made it like almost like a moss type stuff.
Okay.
That's what I've done with, and I brought some of that. I've brought some of the green even down here up underneath these pots. Okay. And now that I got all them flowers in there, I'm gonna come back in here and I'm just gonna tap some more green in there just to fill it in a little bit more.
Okay.
Make it just look fuller. Every once in a while, especially through here on this, like on the door,
Mhm.
picking up a little bit of white just to make it pop a little bit more with that green. I like that better. That looks fuller now. Okay. Get rid of that. Now I'm gonna go back over here to my yellow. Yeah, my yellow. And I'm gonna pick up a little bit of white with that. Now that I got this right here. And what I did is I just, again, I sort of just tapped them in. This little, like I just try to go sort of in a circle. Just to make them look like they were random little flowers or might be roses. We don't know what they are. But I also put pink in this, so I gotta make sure I'll leave plenty of room for the pink. And this was right here was the same thing, little yellow bunches. The reason I keep putting that white in there is it just pops on that. It just makes it look brighter with on
Yeah.
that dull browns. More of a, and then down here, where I have that yellow, I put some yellow down here as well. Like there were some blooms or something that's falling off. Okay. I'm gonna put that up here, see if there's any more that I would like to put up here. I'll just tap it a little bit, get some more of that yellow. Okay. So I'm gonna clean that. I'm gonna go pick up some of my pink. And again, I'm gonna do that pink and white as well. And I'm gonna go right over here, tap, 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 tap. Uh-oh, I'm so sorry. I don't even know where my phone is at. Oh, why he would be calling me right a second. Oh, I do too, because they're because they're getting ready to get off of a place where that's my son. They're up in the country, and so when they get a certain place, they get a certain place, they can't text me or call me anymore. So I'm just tapping that pink in there. Okay. And I'm gonna bring some of that down here. Okay. Well, I've got some of that pink. I still like to put some more of that. I've still got probably a little bit of yellow in there. And I'm just gonna get rid of some of that color right here. Okay. Now, I still have to put it's like a bar that I guess, like a wooden bar that they used to use to open the doors. I guess that might be a mail slot. I don't know what those are for, but they're in there. And I might pick up just I have a little bit of green right here and some lavender. I'm gonna do that real quick. Like it's falling down again. It's just a tap, 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 tap. Very light. And pick up some of that lavender. Right here in the corner. I'm burning my phone up. I'm gonna let you catch up just for a second. Okay. That's what he was telling me. Probably ready to lose signal, Mom. Okay. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to mix up some more of the gray. A little bit of that gray. And right across, this it, right across here, I'm gonna, I'm gonna bring it down just a little bit more because I got this door a lot bigger. I just made like 2 lines, and then I took the edge and my brush, and it's sort of, sometimes they're not necessarily like a square. They're like almost like they sort of got a rounded end to them. I don't know why that is. We could have done this with the script liner, probably been easier. So if you got a little brush, it might be easier for you to do because I got to get a script liner anyway. I'm gonna get rid of this. I sort of need a little bit of highlight, I think, on this just because I put so much bright. And right here, when I put my I'm gonna get rid of that right there. And I put my brick there, I put my white. Okay. And let me see, I might want that just a little darker. Yeah. You know, look at my script liner. Now, I don't know. I know I've been showing y'all how to use the long script liners, but I don't even know where I got these. I might have got these on Amazon. And you can see, I love this because you can hold it like a pencil. And I love this script liner. And you can really get a lot of detail. Of course, when we go into a script liner, we usually always use water. And so I'm getting that black. And then right here, I'm just going to go over here. Of course, you know, like I said, I can't do straight. I need to quit confessing that over myself. I know I do. Just fill that in. Like it just keeps getting fatter and fatter. Okay. And then they have like a round handle. I actually think I picked up just a little bit of white with that. I highlighted some. There we go. And I'm gonna put some more. A little bit too dark. More lines through here. And you could have probably done these vines and stuff with this script liner, but I just felt like it would take a long time. And I do think what I'm going to do though is, and I didn't do this to the original. Need to pay attention. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick my finger in paint. That's what I just did. I'm going to do some of this green. And I like to do like maybe some little vines or something that's just hanging out here. If y'all want to do that, if you don't, you don't have to. Mhm. A little white goes with that there. I might do just a few that hang in here. Sort of randomly, not. You can come right back in here and do some right in here. Usually when you do the script liner, you don't use your fingers like your wrist. You do your whole arm, and it just makes it easier to get those swipes. Again, you guys don't have to do this at all. I just thought it would just maybe add to the vines a little bit.
It does.
Again, just randomly in there. Probably just work some in here too. Some greenery. I didn't put any in there or in here. Just put like little splotches in there to make it look like it's leaves in between. Okay. Okay, I think. See if there's anything I left. I think I want to, there is something I want to do in her time. Just like I should have done these before I put all this in there. I'm still going to, right here at the, uh, like at the base where I got all this white, I'm just gonna pick up just it's white, but it's gonna be just a very light touch, just like I did with a little bit of highlight right there. Too much. I'm just barely touching that. Just again, just a little bit of white. Put some right here. And I still think it needs some right through here. Again, I'm just picking it up, just barely, like I'm sweeping it. Just want that a lot lighter. And I think even, I'm just going to give this a really, right through here, just a little bit. Okay. So I'm gonna quit because I could pick it. That's what my kids tell me. So, Mom, you're picking that to death. You need to leave that thing alone before you mess it up. They know me. I pick. I do want just a little bit more right through here, though. Yeah, right there. A little highlight there. Okay. Yay. Girl, we did good.
Yes, thank you.
Haven't signed it yet.
Oh, well, mine's not finished. I'm gonna have to do my flowers with the replay.
Well, I can't wait. I can't wait to see it. I'm gonna do that in, I think I'm gonna sign it in lavender. Yeah. There we go. Awesome. So with time to spare, we got a few minutes.
Oh,
Uh-oh. Let me see. Yeah. Well, yeah, it's 11:56.
mm,
So, any questions?
no. See,
Oh,
that's why I keep talking because when I hit the replay, I know exactly what you were doing.
awesome. Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. So, okay. Let's put you. Well, I will get on off of here then and let you go. And thank you. I love you so much. Always so grateful to see you. Miss Miriam was supposed to be on today, and I don't know. She's been doing really well, though, from what I understand. She's
Uh-huh.
really recovering very well. So we send our love to her because she'll get the replay. And we miss Miss Carolyn. So I love you, sweet lady. It's good to see you.
Love you too, Christy. Thank you so much.
All righty. I love you. See you next time.
Okay.
Mhm.